Hello, hello. Welcome to the Second Chance Kitchen. I am Christy and today is Wednesday, which means it is What's Cooking Wednesday. So let's just jump right into it because it is hot today and I have to use the oven, and so I haven't turned it on yet because I want to keep it on as little as possible. So let me go and turn that on real quick. We need the oven at 350. Let me get that going. Okay. So, what's cooking Wednesday? Today we are going again through this tin of recipes that I got a couple weeks ago. I told y'all I had gone through and there's a bunch of stuff in here that I can make for what's cooking Wednesday that don't take a whole lot of time to either bake or it's a long process. So I believe this is like our fourth recipe out of here maybe. It's been a couple. So today's recipe is called Fritos Chewies. So there's the handwriting so you can see it. Yes, I know it's backwards. Hope to remedy that soon. And so here's what we have. Here's what you need to make Fritos Chewies. You need 1 egg, 3/4 cup of brown sugar, and 1 cup of crushed Fritos. So that's all. 3 ingredients. Simple, right? So here are the directions. Beat egg, add sugar, mix well. Combine with Fritos and drop from teaspoon on greased baking sheet. Bake at 350 for 12 minutes. Makes 16. So I say we just get right into this so that way I don't have to keep my oven on because I'm burning up. Y'all, it's hot already. Okay, so I have already crushed up my Fritos, and yes, I'm using a wet cup. It's okay, life will go on. Things are not that bad. Okay, so I used, let me show you the bag I used. Okay, not quite a whole bag of Fritos. This is a 9 1/4 ounce bag. And so this is what's left. This much. So Fritos, not a sponsor, but they could be, Frito-Lay. So that's how much I have left. I want to say it was probably not quite 2 cups. Before I crushed them. So it does say 1 cup of crushed, not 1 cup of Fritos crushed. There's a difference in the wording. So if it said 1 cup of crushed Fritos, that means you want to measure them after they've been crushed. And if it said 1 cup of Fritos crushed, then you want to fill it to a cup's worth and then crush them. So hopefully this is worded correctly because I have a whole cup of crushed Fritos. So I did use the original and not the scoops because, you know, I like the original better than the scoops. The scoops are okay, but I like the original. Who doesn't, right? For Frito pies and stuff. So I figured with the leftovers, I've got some chili, can make Frito pies. Anyway, that's not enough for all of us. Maybe like 1 or 2. My kids do love Frito pies. So let's get into it. Aprons on. Here's pull back. My hands are clean, so let me pull you down so you can see what we are doing. Hi, Maria. Thanks for joining me today. All right. Hopefully this is a short one. Let's get, because I want to get them in the oven because they do take 15 minutes to cook. Oh, I almost threw that away. My egg is in there. Oops. Maybe don't put a white egg in a white napkin. All right, I don't, I'm not going to save the shell today. I'm not going to save the shell today because I don't have a egg carton to put the empty shells into at the moment. So we're just gonna cook it. We're just gonna crack it morning. Otherwise I would crack them and get them ready for Easter. I do have 1 dozen already set for Easter, ready to go. We just need to fill them and all that fun stuff. So let's put the egg in the bowl. I'm not one of those fancy people. I haven't never tried just to do an egg with 1 hand. I'm not that fancy. Nor that talented, I don't think. Although I've never tried it, so I can't say that I wouldn't be able to do it. All right, let me rinse my hands off. Okay. Simple recipe today, hopefully. Get my little towel out. Couldn't decide. I had 2 recipes picked for today and I couldn't decide which one I wanted to do, so I ended with the Fritos. I let Anthony pick for me and I ended with he chose the Frito Chewies. So it's a beat egg. So I just have a regular fork. Beat that for a minute. Alright. Looks good. And I'll put this down over here in case we need it again. Add sugar and mix well. So we need 3/4 cup of brown sugar. So again, my little brown sugar container. I love this thing. I got it at Aldi, but I can find a link on Amazon if y'all want. If y'all want to get one of these. It's got a good section on it. Although I can't vouch for any on Amazon because I'm not using them. This one again is from Aldi. So 3/4 cup, it's just a 1/4 cup. I'm going to do this 3 times. And look, it's like the brown sugar is like fluffy. It did say, and I didn't realize this at the time, but it does have the instructions on the inside, and it comes with this clay puck or stone or whatever you want to call. And I didn't do it right the first time, so I need to go back and redo it. I just kind of let it run under the water a little bit, but it does say to soak the terracotta in water for 15 minutes. So I actually need to refill my container, so when I do that, I will go ahead and soak this for 15 minutes like you're supposed to, and then fill this up. But hopefully there's enough in here for 3/4 of a cup of brown sugar. Okay, well normally you pack it, right? Well, that's pretty packed. Okay, I'll just go with that. 1. It's gonna be super sweet. But the saltiness from the Fritos, I think, will be a nice contrast. 2, and 1 more for 3/4 cup. And again, if you don't have a brown sugar container that uses a terracotta, I suggest to get one because this thing is great. Like, my brown sugar is so soft. 3. And if you have your brown sugar, like I used to just keep mine in the bag it comes in, and then just put it in a baggie, you know, like a Ziploc. But this thing is fantastic. I love it. But if you don't have one and you've got your brown sugar in a container already, you can get one of those little terracotta stones by itself and just soak it and throw it in there with it. So that's, I think, should be totally fine. If you don't want to go out and, you know, if you don't want to purchase another container, just go with what you got and get your little terracotta thing. I don't know, that terracotta, like, it works wonders. It's like magic. I don't know why it took me so long to find it. Okay, mix well. Let's just go ahead and use the fork that we were mixing the egg up with. Get back so you can see. And this makes 16, so we'll see how big I make them. It doesn't say, it just says with a teaspoon. So I got 2 teaspoons out to see how that works. Okay, there's the brown sugar, and oven is ready. Brown sugar and egg. Now we're gonna add the 1 cup of crushed Fritos. Fritos. Funny story, my daughter was doing basketball, and there was one of the other schools, some parents from one of the other schools that they were playing one time. They were Hispanic, and they kept saying free throw, you know, like free throw, but it came out frito. And to me it sounds like Fritos. Frito. So now it's just kind of a joke. And their colors were red, was one of their colors, so they kept saying red ball, red ball. I know they were saying red ball, but it came out sounding like Red Bull. So we just kind of joke, Red Bull and Fritos for red ball and free throw. Anyway, we're just silly like that. I didn't do it while they were to their face. Of course, Anthony was coaching, so I had to ask him afterwards. I'm like, did you hear those parents? And I don't think he really heard them, so I was trying to explain it to him. Anyway, so this is what the mixture looks like. So, ta-da! Looks like peanut butter, but it's not. It's just an egg, brown sugar, and crushed up Fritos. Frito. Alright, so let's drop this onto a cookie sheet. And again, I've got my Silpat, not a sponsor, but they should be. That's all my old radio tricks. Alright, let me move this down just a little bit more. Amen down. Here we go. Alright, so we're going to take this, and I've got 2 of my, teaspoons. So I guess, because I didn't want to use my fingers. So let's see how big I can make these to get 16. Well, that's already 2 different sizes right there. Let's see, we'll just kind of eyeball it. It's not like I can divide it up and do 8 and 8. And if I need to go back and add some to make them a little bit bigger, I can do that. I'm gonna guess these aren't gonna, well, it's got an egg in it, so I don't know if these are gonna spread or do what. We will find out together. I think I'm making them a little too big. I don't know, we'll see. So the egg is the binder, it's gonna keep it all together. I mean, who doesn't want a recipe with good old Fritos in it, right? Either you like Fritos or you don't. As a kid, there were so many other good chips that you could eat that, you know, you always got those variety packs of chips, and the Fritos were always the first ones to go. My little one loves Fritos. So he's that kid that, he's a simple kid. He likes regular potato chips and Fritos. So if we buy the variety pack, he usually gets the potato chips and Fritos, while my daughter takes like all the other stuff. He does like other ones too. He ventures out. He bought himself, the school that they go to has like office sales for like Cokes and chips after school. He went and bought himself some hot Cheetos, I think. Hot chips, I don't know what kind they were. Because my daughter loves the stuff. And so he was just like, she's like, don't go to the dark side. Stop before you become addicted. We keep telling her, stop eating those, they're so bad for you. I mean, if you want something spicy, eat hot sauce or eat a jalapeno. All that nasty red dye and who knows what else. Anyway, 4, 8, this is 12. Let's see. $13. I think I got a little carried away with some of them at first. I might have to take some out. We'll see. Scraping the bottom of the barrel, that's always fun. It smells like Fritos. You probably can't see what I'm doing. Let's take some from this one. Let's see, 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I need one more. Scrape, scrape, scrape. It's kind of little, so let's take some from this very first one. That was kind of big. Alright, scooch that one over. And again, I'm trying to keep them on my Silpat mat, so if you don't use the Silpat, you've got obviously you've got more room to work with. Okay, here we go. There's 16. All right, let's get these babies in the oven. Now they're gonna cook. It says for 12 minutes. So here's what they look like on the cookie sheet. I'm gonna pop them in the oven. Hang on. All right, that is it. Let me pull you back up so you can see me. I'm heavily addicted to the flaming hot stuff. Yeah, flaming hot stuff is so bad. It's terrible. And plus, it's just hot. It doesn't even taste good, in my opinion. Now there is a Cheeto, it's a jalapeno cheddar or something, I forgot what it's called. That you can actually taste like the jalapeno, you know, the greenness of it, which is good. But those flaming hot chips, they're just hot. Like, I don't know. That's not a flavor. It's not. Anyway, so if you're just joining me, totally my opinion. But kids these days, they're all addicted to it. Anyway, today's recipe is a Frito Chewies. There's the recipe so you can see the handwriting. Hopefully when we get it remedied soon where it won't be backwards. Again, let me read you the recipe. It's super easy. It's 1 egg, 3/4 cup of brown sugar, and 1 cup of crushed Fritos. I did use the Frito, the 9 1/4 size bag of Fritos, and there's the bag. That's what's left. It was probably about 2 cups of Fritos before I crushed it. So I did have a Ziploc bag, type of bag, off-brand. And I just put them in there and I started crushing it, and then I got my rolling pin out and just crushed them even more. And really quick and easy. I did have to add a little bit more because it wasn't quite a cup, what I eyeballed it. So that's why I said it was about 2 cups because I didn't measure at first, and that's my fault. I should have done that. I just poured them straight into the bag and started crushing. So yeah, that's it. 3 ingredients, bakes for 12 minutes, makes 16, and that's it. So hopefully they come out good. We'll see. They're supposed to be chewy, so we'll see. Hi Carol, thanks for joining me today. Today we're making Fritos Chewies. Super simple recipe. All it calls for is an egg and brown sugar and crushed Fritos. So again, I do love my little brown sugar container. I know I showed that to y'all a couple weeks ago. But this thing is great. The brown sugar is so soft and it's not hard and clumpy. I love it. I love it. Excuse me. I got mine from Aldi and I have not seen them since. There was actually, it was a couple of weeks back, and it had the brown sugar container and a coffee holder, like a coffee ground where you could put your coffee in it. And there was only like 3 of each on the shelf. So I was like, oh, let me get one and see how it works. Because I've been wanting to get one. I just didn't know. I just didn't do it. So I thought, I'm right here. Here they are. And mine was only like $4.99 or something like that. It was pretty cheap. And I am super happy with it. And I know Amazon has some. And you could probably find some like at, Target, Walmart, whatever. I don't think you'll find it for what I paid for. But they do work really well. And you can always buy just the terracotta, like a little terracotta bear or a circle or whatever, and just throw it in whatever container you currently have your brown sugar in. If you want to go that route, that will work as well. But it's the magic of the terracotta. You have to soak it. This one says for 15 minutes. I did not do that at first, so I will go back when I refill and give it a good soak. And I think it says to do it like every couple of months. Let's see. I can't remember how often it said that you need to redo it. But look at this. I mean, this is it's a nice big good section. It says flat dry every 3 months. Re-soak every 3 months. So I know it hasn't been 3 months, but like I said, I didn't soak it like I was supposed to the first time because I didn't see the directions inside the lid. I just ran it underwater for a few minutes and then dried it off. Always running like, Carol, it's okay. It's totally fine. I'm not gonna like ban you or anything. Better late than never. Better late than never. So if you have brown sugar and Fritos and an egg in your cabinet or in your pantry, in your kitchen, you can make these Fritos Chewies. So I'm excited to see how chewy they are, what they taste like, the saltiness from the Fritos with the brown sugar sweet molassesy flavor. I am using light brown sugar, not the dark. I don't ever buy dark brown sugar. I always use light brown. The only difference is it just has more molasses flavor to it. So that's that. You can make your own brown sugar. Did you know that? Just use regular granulated sugar and add molasses to it. So if you don't have any, well, and honestly, how many people actually have molasses in their cabinet? I do, but a lot of people don't. You know what? I do, but I say that I do, but it's probably expired. I don't know. So yeah, that's that. And you can make your own powdered sugar. All these fun little tips and tricks and stuff that you can do in the kitchen if you don't have something. An egg, I know you can replace an egg with something else too. But anyway, so I did have eggs. That's it. Do y'all have any questions? Do y'all have y'all tried anything, tried to make anything that I have made? Do you still like me having it as a surprise of what we're making? I can show you more recipes. So in here, so you can get like an idea of what's to come maybe. These were kind of like banana milkshake. I might have to do that when the kids are here because I can't do milk. Chocolate milkshake. Lemonade, that's an easy one. I have not done any drinks. This is griddle cakes, so like pancakes. What to do? French chocolate. This one you make it and then you could put like a teaspoon or a tablespoon inside of a cup and then fill with hot milk. So it's kind of like your own hot chocolate type of mix. But that'd be good for like in the winter. Easy Doozits. There's a salad dressing. There's snickerdoodles. There's sugar cookies. I'm always on the hunt for a good sugar cookie because I don't have one. Butterscotch pecan rolls. Wheaties nougat bars. That was another one, but I'd have to go buy some Wheaties. A fruit salad pudding. Waffles, velvet, red velvet waffle. No, it just says velvet waffles. Plain pancakes. I'm telling you, this one was a good one for What's Cooking Wednesday recipes. So, what will I do next week? I don't know. Will it be sweet? Will it be savory? Do y'all want to see more savory things or more sweet things? Well, let me know in the comments and I will try to accommodate you and give you what you want. That's what I'm here for. I like to do obviously something that I think my family will eat when I make it and that won't be completely gross to them. And but I also think something that's kind of different and unique that y'all might like. So I did learn last week and I did not know that you are supposed to rinse canned chicken. I made the basic chicken salad last week using canned chicken and I did not know that you're supposed to rinse the chicken. It didn't say that in the directions, but then again, I don't ever use canned chicken, so I didn't know that. Now, I don't know. It tasted okay, like it was, but it did have that canned flavor. So I thought, you were supposed to rinse, you don't rinse tuna. I'm like, why? I wouldn't have thought to rinse the chicken, but I guess you rinse the chicken. I mean, when I took it out, it did have like some stuff on top, you know, like the gelatinous. I don't know what it is, but I scraped that off. It wasn't a whole lot. It was just a teeny tiny little bit, just enough for me to get a napkin and rub it off, and it was fine. But yeah, so now I know, and hopefully I'm passing that on to you. If you use canned chicken for something, rinse it. But does it get like disintegrate? You know how like if you were to do that to tuna, I think it would just get gross. I don't know. Does it stay? Does it keep its shape? Does it keep its texture? I don't know. But I don't know if I would use canned chicken for anything. And that's not something that I would just go buy to have in the cabinet. Like tuna, you know, I've got a couple cans of tuna in there just for in case we need tuna sandwiches or something. But I don't know about the canned chicken thing. But I guess if I have to buy it, I will rinse it before I use it, and hopefully that takes kind of that little canned taste away from it. But yeah, that's good to know. So I think Ann last week said something about that, having to rinse your canned chicken. So hey, you live and you learn, right? So I'm always up for you guys enlightening me or sharing your secrets and tips and tricks, anything you might know that I don't know. So yeah, thank you, Ann, last week for letting me know you're supposed to rinse your canned chicken. So again, today we're going on the sweeter route with some Frito Chewies. And I don't know, I guess the brown sugar, right, will make it chewy. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know if I crushed up my Cheetos too much. I crushed them to where they weren't a complete powder, but they were, you know, it was crushed. So I guess we'll find out how it worked out. The recipe said it makes 16, so I did spoon out 16 with a teaspoon. So we'll see. It smells like Fritos in here, like warmed up Fritos. I can smell it. I don't know if it's wafting through the house, but I don't know. But it does smell like warmed up Fritos in here, so that's interesting. Interesting. As soon as these are done, I'm going to turn this oven off. I don't know about you guys, but it is hot outside today, which makes it hot in here. Oh, and you put the oven on. Good times. Okay, I was making sure that Anthony heard the doorbell ring. So let me check and see how much longer. Hang on a second. All right, we got a minute. Oh, okay. If you're gonna make these, do not put all 16 on one cookie sheet. It is a flat mess. So I would say maybe 9 to a cookie sheet, because all 16 on there, it's yeah. I'll show you when they come out, because they just completely flatten. So I guess that would be, there's no baking powder or flour or anything like that in these, so they wouldn't puff up, right? Okay, well, we'll see what happens. You know, they kind of look like those like a, what's it called? Not those, maybe like a stroop waffle. And I'm probably saying that right. Or those lace cookies that are real thin and round. I'll show you because it's kind of funny. But do not put all 16 on one cookie sheet if you decide to make these Fritos Chewies, because yeah, it'll be a mess. It's not making a mess, but they flattened out and they're all running together. So yeah. Lesson learned. It didn't say, so we'll see. Don't make them all in one cookie sheet. But see, that's where I come in, and I'm not a professional baker, so I didn't think it doesn't have stuff in there to keep them together like that. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna take these out because they've got to be done. Shells out. Hang on, let me pull them out of the oven and I will show you what they look like. It was pretty funny. And I guess these are done. 16 minutes in my oven. Alrighty. Do this without burning myself. And here is how they came out. So see, one big flat mess. Yeah. I don't know how to fix that to make them look like cookies. Short of, I don't know, just try to separate them, and then I've seen people take a glass and just kind of circle it around to make like your cookies look more round. Maybe I could do that. But those look like a jumbled mess. You see those? Whoa, jumbled mess. I did have 16 on there, but you can only see a couple. You can't see 16. There's 3 at the top. That top one, the first one I put down, looks nice and round. Maybe we'll taste test that one. All right, well, I'm gonna let these cool off for a few minutes, because those are hot and they are not coming up easily. Let's see. I need to hold it. Yeah, oh. Alright, let's let those cool off for a minute, because they're just gonna fall apart if I try to take it off the cookie sheet right now. But, ow, hot, y'all, hot. Oh, they're chewy. I took a little off the spatula, and it is chewy. It's like already stuck in my teeth. The little piece I put in there, stuck in my teeth. But it is sweet. I'm gonna try an actual one. So this might be fun to take, like if you make them correctly and space them out so they don't run into each other, maybe to like, do y'all do cookie swaps like around the holidays and stuff? We're always looking for different kinds of cookies to make, and very, very minimal cookie ingredients. So, would you consider this a cookie? I don't know. My sister and her brother just swirl a glass over chocolate cookies to keep them fluffy. Good to know. It's like I almost have to recut them, like I need a cookie cutter. I've already packed away all my cookie cutters. Let me see if I have a glass. I think I kept a glass or two out, because I don't think a plastic cup is going to do the trick. Oh, here we go. I do have a glass, so let me see. But they're sticking to the cookie sheet. They're too big. Let me see if I have a bigger mouth one. Let's see. This is my only other one. Okay, that one is a little bigger. Here's another one. This one's a little bigger. Let's see. We're just gonna... Well, that didn't work. Maybe they're not cooled off enough. You know what I mean? Do you have to do it when it's cold, or do you do it while they're still warm? Carol, do you know? Uh-oh. It's stuck. All right, here we go, here we go, here we go, there we go, there we go. Got it. Now, do we do the... That's a hot mess. That turned out to be a hot mess. So, you know what we're going to do? We're just going to taste this. Don't do what I did. Do not put all 16 on a cookie sheet. That is a hot mess. So there is the cookie. Can you see it? Or not cookie. I keep calling it a cookie. Frito Chewy. Here is the Frito Chewy. Right out of the oven. But they're sticking. Okay. I'm going to try this. Let me get it. Put it down. Like I said, it's thin. Can you see? You can kind of see the, okay, look, can you see the light in the back? Let me see, there we go. You can see the darkness from the microwave. So they're really super thin. Here's the back. I guess the good news is they're cooling off fast. So yeah, it's really thin, like, can't really see through it. I mean, I can see the light. I can't see, obviously, the screen, but alright, let's try this baby. Frito Chewy. Cheers. Okay. So it's crunchy and chewy. What do they taste like? They taste like something I've had before, but I can't quite remember what it is. Slight Frito flavor. It's not really strong, and I think if it cools off, it's going to be more chewy. Like this side's already cooled. See, it's chewy. The warm part is still sweet. I mean, still chewy. What do these remind me of? They remind me of something. I don't know. They're good. They're good. Would I make them again? Possibly. But the cost of Fritos, you know, Fritos is not, you know, chips are expensive right now. That little bag was like $4 something. I don't know. I don't know. They're good. I bet they'd be good with like store brand and not like the actual Frito brand. If you want to try with the off brand. I like them. It's a nice little sweet treat. So, I give it a thumbs up. Thumbs up for me. It's a good sweet treat. But again, don't make my mistake. Spread them out when you're cooking them. So maybe 6, like 3, 2, 3. You know, like a row of 3, and then the 2, and then the 3 on the bottom. So 8 at a time. You want to make sure they have plenty of room to do what these did, which is not stay together and make a big old clumpy mess. Again, ow! Sorry, step stool because I'm short. There's a spread out mess from the Frito Chewies. Alright, well that's it for today. That's it. That's all I was going to do. Spent most of the time taking up time talking while these cooked in the oven for 12 minutes. And again, it's just an egg, brown sugar, and crushed up Fritos. So you got, you know what? If you have Fritos that are going stale for some reason, you know, like they get pushed back to the back of your chip cabinet or whatever you keep your chips, or you have a bunch of the little bags, you know, like little lunch bag size bags. Try them. They're not bad. They're good. They're pretty good. And yeah, so let me know if you give these a shot. Let me know if you give them a chance in your kitchen, second chance. And I will talk to you guys and see you guys next week. Let me know if there's a certain recipe you would like for me to look for and make for you, or make it on What's Cooking Wednesday or just any other day and post a video of it. So I do thank you all for joining me today and for your love and support. And if you like what I'm doing, please keep spreading the word and follow along for more fun estate style recipes. I will talk to y'all soon and see you later. Have a great day. Thanks. Bye.